Hey everybody, Paul Hedema here. I want to share a story of how to show up as a leadership team. So many years ago, a fellow coach and I filled out a proposal to do work for an organization. And they asked us to come in and work with their teams. However, we put in our proposal that we would actually spend some time at the start of the contract to find out if that's actually what was needed, if what leadership thought should happen and would be most effective, which is to work with teams, or if it should be something else. And they really liked that. It was like we were using an agile approach to be agile. We were using an approach of, try something, learn from it, and adjust when we work with leadership and teams. So we get in there, we spend the first few days, I think it was like 2 weeks, doing a lot of workshops and sessions with teams and individuals and leaders and so on, and discovered that it wasn't what was needed. What was needed was to address the huge concern of lack of trust and care given by or shown by leadership. Essentially, the teams, about a 100-person group, didn't trust leadership. So when you would ask a question from one, someone else would argue, and they just didn't think that leadership was there for them. So instead, this fellow coach and I, the two of us worked with leadership to actually go through all their baggage and deal with the things that were there that no one was dealing with, such as, the lack of trust, such as, agreements of how they would actually approach things, behaviors, and so on. One of the things that came out of this was that the leadership team, through our help, but mostly through their initiative to take it on, was to show up differently. The big thing that they did is they actually spent 2 hours every single day working together, a working session every day for 2 hours in the morning. And they did it in a space, this is before COVID, they did it in a space that was glass walls in the meeting space so everybody could see them, so it was transparent, people knew what was going on. And it wasn't just them meeting and talking about things, it was them solving problems from the teams and from the department. And when they had to go do something and solve something, they would leave the meeting, go do it, and come back. And they would work through different ideas and strategy and tactics, and they keep working through it and keep solving them and getting better and better. And the more they did this, the more the teams and the rest of the department noticed it and cared about it, started asking questions like, why are they doing this? And now when they asked a leader, hey, what should we do in this situation? They would get a response. Then when they asked a second leader, that the second leader would support the first leader's decision and agree with them and build on it, which was surprising to the teams. And this caused the teams to shift how they saw leadership, but more importantly, to shift themselves and be interested and engaged and excited to actually go down this change and transformation journey that we were all embarking on. And this led to the organization doing amazing things. So I wanted you to consider this as a leader, how you show up matters, and how you show up as a leadership team. Often leaders that all work together or are all at the same level are often seen as just a bunch of individuals. They don't really work as a team. They have their individual responsibilities, and that's as far as it goes. I hope that you see the possibility of doing this, that you could show up differently. And as you show up differently as a leadership team, you will have a much bigger impact. How do you do that? Get a coach. Learn something, try something, get on the same page, have a collective goal. Hope that helps. Have a great day.